Hello Pythonistas. Today we are going to see refueling. So in a file called as fuel.py, we are going to implement our fuel gauge problem, which is in problem set 3. Okay. So here they have said us two functions, which is convert and gauge. Okay. So we are going to implement these two functions in such a way that our program is going to give the answer. So convert is a function which is going to expect a string as an input, which is in X bar Y format, and then it also will raise error for value error and zero division error. And gauge is a function which expects an input as integer and it returns a string as output. Okay. So first let us first make the directory for our program. So directory name is test fuel. So I have opened the already having fuel program for us, for converting a program into the required format. Okay. So mkdir test underscore fuel, and now cd space test underscore fuel, and then code, sorry, fuel dot py. So this is a particular code which we are going to write here. So what should be the format of the code? I will just copy and paste the format so that it will be easy for converting our code into this particular format. Okay, so this will be the format of a code. So first we are going to get the input. So here if you can see, we are getting the input from the user. So inside our main function, we are getting the input from the user, and this particular input will be in X bar Y format. So I think we can do that particular thing with the help of convert. So what I will write is I will just write call this convert method, and the parameter is user. Okay. So we are calling this convert method. Inside this convert method, what we need to do is we need to get the answer, split it, and then do all these things. Okay. Copy, Control V. Yeah. So this is what our convert method is doing. Okay. So here it is going to be user. Okay. So we have converted and the answer is available in this particular indicator. I will return the indicator here. Now inside my gauge function, okay, here I will just write answer is equal to, and then I will print my gauge function. And inside my gauge function, what will be my um, input? Input will be nothing but answer. Okay. So now what should I do inside my gauge function? Is nothing but I will copy and paste this particular thing. Okay. So indicator is our particular program. We will find the F indicator. So I will just delete these flags. And instead of printing, we will be returning the answer. Okay. So that's it. So you might be wondering why I'm not putting the while loop flags, those things and all. Because in a test program, we are just going to test our convert method and the gauge method. Whether these two methods are returning it correctly or returning the answer correctly or not. So we no need to worry about the while loop and raising the exception and all. Okay. So that is why I have just ignored the loop part in this particular program. Okay. Now we can start writing our code for the test fuel.py. So as usual, we will just import from fuel, import. What are the two functions we need to import here? Convert and gauge. So since there are two functions, I am writing both the function name here. Now what we can do is, so yeah, let us check. So we need to import two or more functions to test the convert and gauge thoroughly. And here we also need to test our zero division error and the value error. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to import a built-in function called as pytest, and this particular function will be useful as a library which we can use so that we can just convert all the things with the help of this pytest. Okay, so first we are going to test zero division error. So for testing zero division error, so test and then underscore zero division error. So for this particular error, what we are going to do, we will just give the actual input what we need to do. So what we are doing here is with pytest dot, so we are going to raise an exception whenever we are going to get this zero division error. Okay. So whenever this program raises an exception for zero division error, what I will do. So that is the one we are going to do. So zero division error. Okay. So if it is a zero division error, then what is the actual input it will be? Convert will be having an input of 1 bar 0. So I hope this particular line is easy to understand. So I am using this pytest and I am saying this pytest will raise an exception of zero division error. When will it raise an exception? Whenever I am calling this convert function and that particular function has an input of 1 divided by 0. Okay. So whenever I am calling a function and that function has an input of 1 divided by 0, at that time my PyTest will raise an zero division error. So this is what we are checking in this particular function. Okay. So the same way we can have value error also. Okay. Test underscore value error. Okay. So when will I have a value error? My value error will be so with PyTest dot raises. So when will I get value error to be raised? My value error will be raised when I am having an input such as, one second. So my convert will have an input something like maybe dog divided by cat. So when I have an input like this, then I will get a value error. Okay. So I'm just checking my value error and zero division error. After this, we can check all the normal errors which we go through. So def test underscore fuel, and what are all the test conditions? Assert, convert. So what some test condition I will have and some answer I will have. Okay. So here as usual, if we want, we can just go inside of fuel.py and see our test conditions. So let us do the same. Write cd space dot dot. After that, CD space fuel. Mhm. CD space. Okay, something happened. 1 second. Exit, maybe. No. Okay, here I will write CD space fuel. Okay, we are inside our fuel program. Now what we are going to do, we are going to use our check CS50 to check all our fuels. So we are doing this just for getting the use cases. Okay. Yeah. So these are all the use cases which we have. So if I write convert to be 3 by 4, my value should be equal to 75. Okay. If I write, okay, I'll just copy this. 1 by 3, my value should be 33. If I write 2 by 3, my value should be 67. And so there should be 4 or more conditions, right? We can have one more condition. If my value is 0 by 4, it should be 0. 0 by 4, it should be 0. Okay. So we have finished the convert thing. Now we are going to see our gauge thing. Okay. So assert gauge. Sorry. And if my gauge value is going to be an integer, basically, if my gauge is going to be 100, my output will be full. If my, okay, inside double quotes, if my gauge value is 0, it should be E. If my gauge value is something like 99, it should be also full. And if my gauge value is something like 25, it should be 25 itself. So let us check whether this percentage things are 1 second. So I have just added the percentage symbol also. So 25% it should show. Okay. So I think all the things are done here. Now I will just go back to my code. Underscore fuel. Okay. Now let us check the fuel's condition with the help of fuel.py. Mm, mhm. So it is showing some error. So test fuel returning incorrect things. Okay, let us check what is happening. So we can just check with the help of this one and then go inside the program to check. Mm-hmm. So what is the error? So type expected exception must be a base exception, type not a string. Okay. Okay. So this error should not be inside double quotes error name because it is not a string. It is an error. Okay. Now, yeah, all the three is passed. Now let us check with our CS50 check. So these are all minor mistakes everyone does, no problem. Just be sharp in your code and try to work on it and it will be resolved easily. If you have any problem which you cannot see, you can always ask me, okay? So catches not labeling 1% as E is okay. So it is saying we need to check the 1% also. So let us just do it. Easy. I'll just assert with 1. Okay. Now let us check whether it is turning all green. Yeah, perfect. Don't forget to submit. And if you find these things useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And you can also share with your friends and families. And that's it for today. Bye bye.